Hey, Miles Dragon Metals here. Today I'll be showing how to upcycle Tealight candles into big ones. Got some old candle holders here, got a few of them. These were previously candles, as you can see. They still got some wax in the bottom. And I've got some greased cans there, which will be needed for releasing the candles. And large glasses, an assortment of other shapes to put candles in. And wick material. This is just cotton string. Here's the melting down tea lights on the lowest possible heat on the saucepan. Now that all this can melt down, it's quite a fair weight of all these. We've got a can full there, which was probably for making moulds of some sort. So let's make some candles. Tweezers are definitely necessary for this. There's going to need to be picking these bits out and pouring the wax out of these little trays. Also want them things out. I guess you call them wick stands, I suppose. Quite easy to melt down. I've got another one. Wouldn't do this without tweezers or something to pick it up with, otherwise you're just going to burn yourself probably horribly, because it's boiling wax after all. So just removing these stands from the saucepan. It's an old saucepan. Wouldn't use a new one. I actually have saucepans for stuff like this anyway. Lots of old ones worth keeping when you're making candles or moulds or other materials. Good amount of wax in there now. Keeping all these trays as I can actually melt these down. Quite a bit of aluminium in them. And it's very pure aluminium. I'll be melting that down later in the year probably when it warms up. A hell of a lot of these trays. I believe these bits in the middle are actually steel though, not aluminium. Which adds a little bit of weight to the bottom of the candle stand. Gonna make sure there's enough to fill this. Be making many of these, obviously. Probably melt down a big one in a minute. Big chunk. Last few tea light candles over here. Not too worried about bits floating around in it. These are upcycled candles after all. Does smell quite a bit though. Waxy. There's not enough in there yet. So, use some of the bigger candles with more material in them. Fill up the pan quicker. There's a lot of raw pieces here. Some fur or floof on that of my bunny. She's elsewhere. 1st of January, so New Year's Day, nothing's open. So I'm making some candles. Haven't posted any videos in a while. Easy, simple reason for that. My life doesn't generally revolve around YouTube. It revolves around life. So I I don't get paid for videos or anything. So, I do get paid for my eBay. And that's where my efforts usually are. Anyways. Okay, they're all nicely set. Big puddle coming there. Wax. Pouring it's going to be challenging, no doubt. Go for a little lesser one. Sounds quite busy outside. There's New Year's Day though. There will be parties and stuff tonight. More parties. I'm not into that sort of stuff. My function in this place is different. I'm not a useless breeder, in other words. Nice big round sort of puck came out of that one. It's quite big. Should be enough in this for a candle pouring now. Oh, that's a crowd out there or something moving past. There's enough in there for a candle pouring, I'd say. Still some residue left on these, or in them, although they'll all be melted down anyway, squished into a furnace at some point. Probably got a good 100 or so of these trays, so I should get a nice aluminium ingot out of them. Very pure one at that, most likely. So that will also be upcycled. Tweezers are necessary for picking up bits of wick. So there's enough in there, wait for them two bits to melt down. Don't fit in there, no it's not the right one. That isn't it? It's a bit low from the bottom, I need to slice this, I reckon. Go for a big one. That's perfectly into the bottom. Need to heat that up though. Reason is there's grease on the inside which I want to melt down to the bottom. Simply put. A little bit more in there. Do some of these large ones next. Getting quite toasty right here. Wick, long wick, there we go. As you can see they're attached to cocktail sticks. You don't have to do that, you can hold them by hand. Very careful pouring this now. Ooh crap, that went everywhere but. Damn it. Try again. I'm not very good at pouring this saucepan. Maybe I've chosen the wrong receptacle. Well, it is filling up, but it's also spinning. There we go, it's filling. Very nice. Okay, I'll do. Got quite a bit of spillage going on here. And the wick doesn't actually seem to be going to the bottom anymore. Seems to be not long enough. That's very strange, actually. Let's do a longer piece by hand then. Put it at an angle like that while it dries. Then I'll move it more centrally. As you can see, quite a spillage, but that will just break off. It's wax after all. It's incredibly hot doing this. Whew. Hotter than I expected. Where's my knife? It's almost like school children up there. Probably is. Comes off quite easily and goes straight back in the pan. Damn it, that's not coming off easily though. I have to scrape that off like cheese gratings. This is the first time I've made candles, actually. Interested to see what they burn like. Common sense really to recycle candles, I suppose. Wax is pretty recyclable. It's not a nasty material, wax, to handle. It's still drying up, that is. It'll take a little while, I suspect. Move that over by there. Got this one by here. That's very liquid, that one. The pan's making weird sounds. Turn that off. Know why that is. It's quite a good way to use that. It's already become waxed. Okay, looks like a more citronella sort of candle mixed in there, I'd say. That'll go in there. Let that dry. Actually, will that fit? Oof, just short. I'll have to wait for that to dry a little bit, I suspect. Sometimes almost like school children out there, which is strange. Not school children. Not sure what they are. Just frogs, I guess. Big candles. Big candle, rather. The last one. I'm doing. Oof, that wax is very hot. Waxy fingers. Not an issue though. Get that a bit straighter. See that? That's where I want it to go. I'm going to have to wait for that to solidify a bit, I think. Same for this one, it'll dry in quite slowly. Figured it'd be a bit quicker. I suppose I could use multiple wicks though. Why not? Melting down quite quick, that big one. Turn it down a bit. That'll be for this cola can one. Check the thumbnail of the video. I will post what these look like when they're aflame. quite messy, all this wax. It should be an easy clean up though. Hot water. So there's enough to melt it. Expected this to be a messy process though. That glass is incredibly hot. Let's move that over there. Dry with the other one. Stuck on there with the wax. So it should be. Alright, that's nearly melted down. Big bit of wick in that. Last of the candle remnants. Take that one out and use a longer piece or another dual wicket. I'm going to have a dual wick on this one. They do have them. Good position inside of that, I suspect. This one or this one wick. Right, that's very nearly melted down. It's a weird chunk left. Pouring into this. Reason I've put some grease on the sides is it should aid release, although it's wax, so that'll also help. Just melt that down quicker. Just moving it around will do that. Around that boiling hot wax. Quite a lot of particles floating around in there. They could probably be removed from a filter. You can actually filter wax, make it clear again. Quite a lot of spillage remains. Or good wax. It hasn't filled up to the top, but there is a nice amount in there. I suppose I could put more on top. Could take forever to go through all these. Some of them seem okay, but they're not. The wicks are either too short in them or some such. Might actually do an update video showing them burning. It'd only take a couple of minutes, wouldn't it? So that filled up and nicely Nice amount, as you can see. Still bubbling away. Should be quite easy to remove that one. I'll just pull it out on the string. These are drying out very, very slowly, as you can see. That one's actually about halfway dry, I'd say. You can see the solidification at the bottom. Can take a while. Suspected as much. As I said, first time I've made candles. It's fun. Lift that up, move that one there. Dry. Might actually pour a little bit more in there. I would like that a little bit higher. Although having different height candles doesn't really matter as long as they work. Quite messy, this can be. It's very hot standing over this hob of boiling wax. Empty ones. They will all be melted down into an aluminium ingot at some point. Most likely when it warms up I can do some work, but I also need to get myself repaired. I have all sorts of bodily damages that will be expensive to repair, but I don't mind paying. Basically, I work myself partially to death when I work, which causes things like chronic weight loss and various internal damages. But I heal fast. Wouldn't be here now otherwise, making this video. It'll be smoky when I put them in a furnace. Quite a lot of wax still upon them. Wick on that. Get that up. Plenty more in there, as you can see. Probably will fill up that cola one a bit more and make another one of these. Some bits in the bottom of wick on that still. Fair enough. That one was too short, wasn't it? Yeah. Be better for a smaller, shallow candle. Perhaps in one of them. Still, I'd have to pop it out of that. Not an issue. Well, at least it shouldn't be. When I tied that onto that, it wasn't long enough, so I'm going to just put them at an angle like that in. Same as that one. This is almost melted. As I said, I wanted to fill up the cola can a bit more. Cola can candle. Do that now. Very good. Getting that technique now, the wax pouring technique. Seems to be a technique to it of some kind. check the thumbnail of this video where I will ignite these candles. I'll probably make an update video of them all burning as well. See what they're like. Should be nice and flamey. We will see. Nice candle holders, these ones. Thought I'd bring them back. Last one anyway that I'm pouring, that'll be 4 various shapes and sizes. Making a hell of a weird noise, my saucepan. Spillage. There we go. I went straight to the top with that one. And it's got some spillage around the side. Oh well. That's incredibly hot. Oof. This one's actually very nearly done, solidifying on the top. Indeed it is. Whoa, my fridge is making a noise like a Ferrari. Weird. So that'll do for now. Let's have a little inspection. This one needs to be moved. Ooh, ow. Hot wax. That'll need to be adjusted into the middle as it dries a bit more. Or I'll have it like that one, most likely at an angle. This one's going to take quite a while to dry, as it's very thin aluminium. That one will probably not take too long to dry, looks like it's drying already. It's full of particles at the bottom though. Displeasant. If I can remove some of them. It's like a... yeah, look at that. It's like fur or something. I think it might be off the cotton string itself. Doesn't matter, gone. Same for a lot of them actually. But it doesn't matter, they're upcycled candles. So turn that off as it's smoking, boiling, waxy. Put that about there. Quite a mess created. I've got amazing amounts left to do. Including that big chunk there, which is probably the equivalent of one of them. I'd like to make one out of a massive 2-litre pop bottle. Doubt I'd have enough though. Maybe sometime. But that candle would be worth a lot of money. Anyway, till next time.